Stan! Hey, ho, ha, here we are in the man cave. Right, so, top tea drinking tunic, the American, Australian jelly bean camo we are wearing today. So, this is an odd video. This is helmet number 55 in my collection. I thought I had more like 65, but it's 55. I have traded a few helmets out over the past year, so maybe that's where I'm getting my numbers mixed up. But helmet 55, nothing exciting. It was on eBay as a British helmet, and it was £17 the bid. I think it was one other bid on it, and it caught my attention because I thought maybe someone doesn't know what it is. In the end, I got it for, I think, just £20 with the postage, or just over, and it's a Euro clone, so it's nothing fantastic. Just, you know, when you're surfing around on eBay, sometimes it catches your eye. So the odd thing about it is, once I'd bought it, once I'd paid for it, I was just sat there and I thought, Danish M48 Euro clone. I've got one. I know I've got one. I'm sure I have. Went in the attic. Nope, not there. Came in Man Cave headquarters. Not here either. So I thought, no, I've definitely had one before. Went back through my eBay history. 2.5 years ago, I bought one. And I remember it being grey. And I don't know, repainted it, or I did something with it. But where it is now, I have no idea. So, I mean, that is bad, that. 55 combat helmets, and I've lost one. One's gone missing in action. I must have traded it out to somebody, but I don't recall doing so. So anyway, Euro clones, M1 helmet. Everybody knows what the M1 helmet is. American World War II. After the Second World War, a lot of countries that were in NATO or were aligned with NATO, which were against the Warsaw Pact, if you like, adopted a design or a variation of design. The three countries that stand out that didn't: Britain, Italy, Portugal. They all had their own individual design which they thought was better. I've got examples of all three of those, again, somewhere in here. So countries that did were Austria, Norway, Denmark, West Germany. France had their own version of the M1, and they are all slightly different. And Belgium as well. I don't want to line them up with each other. It's a bit difficult to film them all together. I do have a regret, actually, because the Belgian one I've got, I bought it in NATO blue with a little sticker on the side, and that was maybe 8 years ago, maybe a while ago, in the times and the days when I didn't have a lot of combat helmets, and I thought I'll turn that into an American M1, just for, you know, in the background. I wish I'd left it as it is, and I probably should look out for another one. You know, I painted it olive drab. Should have left it as it was, because the place selling them had loads of them. Now they haven't got any. So yeah, that's one of those things. So this is the Danish M48. Now, apparently, originally, it had a sort of red-brown interior liner. So I'll just describe it, then we'll have a look. And they turned it to grey. They made it out of like a thermoplastic. And that was simply because the place I'm reading it from would say that the information I've got, if you like, that it wouldn't withstand European temperatures, which I find a bit chin scratching, you might say, because I mean, America gets cold. I mean, it says here they were designed to withstand temperatures between -30 and +40. So the Danish liners were also sold to Norway as the M58. The the steel shells were apparently made in West Germany or Austria, and I've got an Austrian helmet over there, and I've checked the stamps, and there isn't any stamps on it. There is on these, but they can hardly make them out. My own personal opinion of the Euro clones is the German M62 seems to be the ultimate. It doesn't have the separate liner and system inside it as a sort of World War II German liner. I think if I was going to be wearing that in combat, it'd be quite comfortable against having like a two-liner system. Anyone who's been in the military who's wore a similar type of helmet would be quite pleased to hear from them if they've got any opinions on it. So this particular helmet, I think, is post sort of 1978. I'm just checking my notes here. Yeah, post 1978. It's a non-magnetic one made by Lindman Schnetzer of Alheim and VDN Bush. Okay, so I'm not sure where they're located. Whether that sounds like a Danish one or a West German one or an Austrian one, unsure. So we'll have a look at the helmet itself. Apparently, it's rare to find them without them being converted to civil defence. I know it's coming up in the camera. This is a more of a grey colour. They later adopted the American style helmet strap, chin strap, as the American helmets became in the end of their working service life, with the sort of like a bit like a paratrooper chin strap. Take the liner out. See, the liner here is grey, and in the centre, oh, stop, please focus, you absolute git. You can see, can you see it? I'll get that out of the way. CF, so that is civil defence helmet. As you can see there, it's very similar to the American M1. I've held it up against my original M1, my Vietnam era one, and this one seems to be a bit taller. That seems to be the difference. It seems to be a bit taller sometimes, or a bit more round, if you like. But quite a nice example of a Cold War bit of military surplus, really. Nothing expensive. These M1 clones, Euro clones, are a collecting field in their own right, and there is actually a website just specifically describing these helmets and the differences. Or if you haven't got the pocket to or the finances to get yourself a real American one, Vietnam period or World War II, if you're just looking to put someone on a mannequin, you could do worse than buying one of these, change the chin straps on it, rather than buying a reproduction rubbish one from China. And that's basically because it is a real combat helmet. Like I said, you apparently it's very rare to find them nowadays in army colours. A lot of them are converted for civil defence, sprayed up. And off camera, the woolen cap is off. We have to try the moment of truth. Does it fit? Steel helmet stands, massive head. Hang on 2 seconds. I get this chin strap out of the way. It won't go with my chin. Zzz. Let's have a look. Get it on. Well, I know you can't see, but yeah, it does. And it is quite a tall helmet, in the same respect as the sort of French M51 is quite tall. So that's your Danish M48. And I was on eBay again, as I always am, this morning, and I saw one going for £50. Now, no, you wouldn't be paying £50 for that. You're looking around £20, £25. Same with all the other Euro clone helmets. Either collect them as what they are, or use them as a stand-in for an American one, World War II or otherwise, or Vietnam. Put a helmet net on, who'd know. So, this is Stan. I'm going to do another video rather quickly, which you may or may not enjoy. See, I'll keep it going for 8 minutes. 8 minutes. He's talking again, help. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Stan, and I'll see you.